What is the best workers' compensation policy for a startup? Very good question. We're going to answer that and more today. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of Rogue Risk, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. If you find value in this content, please tap that like button. That just helps other professionals like yourself find this content. All right, when it comes to workers' compensation, first and foremost, you have to find a company who is willing to accept your risk. And what I mean by that is they want to write whatever class of business you operate in. So if you're a tech startup, then you probably work out of an office or you're working remote. Remote has its own workers' compensation challenges. We'll get to that in a second. But office risks, work from home risks tend to be pretty straightforward at face value. And there's a lot of companies that will write workers' comp for office related risks. If you're more of a main street startup, think of a restaurant or a bakery, then there may be a few less companies, but a lot of companies will write this. If you're getting into a contracting startup, builders, people that are digging, people that are doing anything like that with machinery, your options get a lot smaller, but it doesn't mean that you don't have them. So I want to kind of cycle back to the remote workers because we have a ton of videos about workers' comp on this channel. You can go search for kind of any specific questions that you have. The thing that I want to talk about when it comes to workers' comp for startups is remote workers. Now, remote workers, there are a few caveats here. Guys, just because you're headquartered, say your tech startup is headquartered in New York City, but you have employees scattered throughout the country. You need to make sure that you're endorsing your workers' comp policy or adding coverage for states that your employees live in, not just where your headquarters is domiciled. If you have multiple locations, that you're covering those locations. If you have employees overseas that come here and visit, vice versa, employees that are going overseas, there's all kinds of little things that we need to talk through. If you're using a remote environment, those employees are traveling, where they're traveling, if they're going on sales calls, these can create issues in a workers' comp policy that you're just not going to want to deal with when you have a claim. So if this is the kind of relationship that you'd like with your insurance professional, someone who's willing to communicate with you, talk through, give us a call. This is why we're here. It's why I started Rogue Risk, was to have conversations like this with business professionals like yourself. You can call us, 518-960-6600. We work in all 50 states, so regardless of where you are, we can come to you. You can also email us at gorogue@roguerisk.com. You can visit us online at roguerisk.com, or I'm sure there's a button or a link somewhere on this video that will let you contact us. Whichever way you choose. We look forward to working with you.